I think we're live. The chat is loading, so I'm going to presume we're live. And I just want to say hello, everybody. I'm going to just check now on my Instagram because I can't really, on Facebook, I can't really totally tell that we are live, but I'm just going to look at that on Facebook. Oh dear, I'm on another account. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining. We have a special guest today, and what I want to do is read out to you a letter that was sent to us, because that's what's kind of precipitated this little chat. So I will read that out. And this is from a lady called Sherin. Hello, Paris and Trinny. Paris runs our Trinny Tribe and the entire Trinny London team. 2 days ago, an intriguing package arrived for me in the post. To my surprise and utter delight, it contained a veritable treasure trove of glorious Trinny London products. Teapot after teapot of juicy, satiny, shimmery hues that flatter the complexion. Contour to perfection. Hope, Dido, Anna, Rossi, Courage, Honor, together with my handy bag, also sent to me, vied for my attention with Grace, Catherine, Yas, Trintron, and BFF like Medium, and Lone Miracle, Blur, and Face Venice, all of which I'd already snapped up. A list. Jackie Mason, who organises the Trinny Tribe's Kent and South England chapter, in which, residing in Southampton, I fall, had been so very kind to me. She did tell me that she contacted the Trinny London head office requesting I might be sent a little something on my birthday, which is today. She sent this a while ago, to welcome me to the tribe. I certainly wasn't expecting anything quite so lavish, and have to say that I was, in fact, very blown away. What can I say? I'm indebted to you for sending me this stunning pamper package. But what's more important is that you've made me, now 55-year-old woman, diagnosed 9 months ago with terminal cancer, feel human again as she goes down the path of life. Life has been rather hard for me of late. This is my third breast cancer diagnosis, and this time I got unlucky. The cancer has spread to my bones and bone marrow, leaving me reeling with pain, dependent on morphine, and consigning me last year to a wheelchair. High-dose radiotherapy helped me to limit the further spread of tumours in my spine and pelvis, and slowly, against the odds, I started to walk again with the aid of targeted physiotherapy and a Zimmer frame, progressing this spring to a walking stick. Finally, I could walk to the bathroom, dispense with the awfulness of bedpans. My hospice does what it can to support me, and my oncologist remains intent to keep me stable. But at the end of the day, we're all aware that time is running out. My heart aches for my family, my 2 children, my partner, my mother, so brave in the face of impending sorrow. I think it's utterly positive, the undeniable glamour, the beating heart of Trinny London, as a brand and as an ethos so starkly juxtapositioned with my bleak prognosis, that appeals so strongly to me. 6 short weeks ago, I hadn't heard of Trinny London. I know. Now I'm well and truly hooked. The community has burrowed deeply into my heart. My family tease me gently, but deep inside they're very grateful that I have found something I can and do call my own. In this short space of time, I've become a bona fide aficionado and an enthusiast of all things Trinny London. I found my tribe. Not only have I received the warmest welcome imaginable both on the Trinny London main page and Trinny's Kent and South England page on Facebook, I've also found my place amongst a group of fabulously supportive women, and possibly a clutch of men, who understand the importance of empowering one another so that we all succeed. It's this thrust on strength, empowerment, and belonging that resonates so strongly with me. And so I thank you, Trinny and Paris, and all the team. I feel I know you all, in all humility, for welcoming me into the fold, for being so extraordinarily generous, and for giving me an astonishingly positive focus at a time when I've had to devote myself between chemo and immunology cycles to consolidating my affairs and preparing my children for what will come next. I think of the legacy I want to leave behind, and while my mind screams, I'm not done yet, I can think of nothing better to leave my family, my children, and my friends than my time, my attention, and my unending love. It will be my privilege, should you so wish, to engage with you and tell you more, and also highlight the role that the distraction of a little self-love and pampering can play in the life of a woman who never thought that terminal illness could strike her down. Raising awareness of stage 4 cancer certainly isn't pretty, but it's gritty and it's real. There are other ladies, I'm sure, within the tribe who are facing similar or comparable prognosis, who, like me, are trying to put one metaphorical foot in front of the other, day after interminable day. It's too late for me and for so many others, but in years to come, there will be a cure for this God-forsaken disease. Meanwhile, women like me continue to hope and pray for that miracle magical drug to suddenly appear and offer us redemption. Finding solace in a brand and a way of life such as that as Trinny London is rather amazing. Playing with my new colours and creating new combinations is my new pastime. Thinking about clothes again is empowering. It's unfortunate that COVID-19 has added this horrible layer of complexity that we would well do without. It really is cramping my style. I may be new to Trinny London, but I'm certainly making up for lost time. My capacity for living may well be compromised, but my appetite for life is by no means diminished. I will live out my days with aplomb and grace and style and humour and verve. I'll keep that smile on my face. You see, I'm not done yet. So, ladies, please meet Sherin. Darling.
Hello, Sherin.
Hello, my love. I mean, I got that a while ago, that note, and the whole team was very affected by it on many levels. And, you know, I think on the most basic level of the humanity of how you wrote. But it struck a chord in a lot of us. And I think people watching, we can't see yet the comments, so I don't know if Nisha and Paris can help with that. But I just wanted you to sort of, I think it'd be a great chance to chat, and I'd like us to see the comments. If I can't, I'm going to just get them on my Facebook anyway, because I think it's kind of important to. But do you want to just start off, just, you know, it's very hard to imagine your situation.
Yeah.
And I think that we've had a chat, which we had yesterday, and we hadn't talked before, and we had a really intense chat about so many things. So I don't quite know where to start, but I think day to day for you, how is it day to day?
Can I just start by saying that I'm very grateful that you didn't do the head tilt?
What's the head tilt? The
head tilt is what I'm confronted with quite often, actually, by people who don't really know what to say to me.
Yeah.
And so in sympathy, I think, they sort of do this and they sort of go, how are you?
Oh.
And
yeah.
I don't know the answer to that. I have no answers to that. So I just sort of say, well, I'm here and I'm walking around. Last year I wasn't walking around. So this is really big for me to be able to be more independent than I have been in a long time. I had a couple of years of euphoria, actually, because when I was told that I was clear, I was completely in remission. So when I was diagnosed again last year, I was numb. I was in shock. I didn't know how to sort of approach my friends. I didn't know what to tell my family. We held off talking to the children. I just took it in a very sort of surreal kind of way. News was actually broken by my GP, which is probably a good thing because I've known him for 12 years. And till today, he says, I'm so glad that you haven't done what so many other people would have done and have done. And I said, what's that? And he says, you haven't given up. Yeah. And I said, well, I don't really know any other way to be. I mean, this is what I do instinctively, is to just get on with it. Yeah. Just stay compliant with the medication, with my treatment, such as it is now. I just keep going. What I do insist on is being kept informed at every stage of, the journey, really. So I'd like to know, for instance, what transpires between my oncologist and my GP. I do insist on that, and you know, I am kept in the loop. However, I haven't been told how long I've got, and I think that's probably a good thing. And I'm just getting on with it. I really am.
Sherin, do you feel that by not knowing, it allows you to not have to put frameworks in?
I actually put frameworks in the day that I was told.
Yeah.
So the first thing, literally the first thing that I did was to get 2 power of attorneys in place for the children, for health as well as for financial affairs. And I should have done it long ago, but with a primary breast cancer diagnosis, you don't necessarily think of those things. I'm just glad that I had all my other things in place already, so my will was done long ago. But the power of attorneys are important, and they were done immediately. I started doing other things. I started sort of consolidating work. As it is, I had to wind down with the 2 diagnoses before, but I was still going. I was still taking on work, and now I'm taking on barely any. But I tried for a good couple of months, and then it just didn't work anymore.
And
So
having COVID right now, I think human contact is the hardest thing and the most important thing in every situation. I think in your situation, especially relevant, because you want to be hugging and touching and cuddling your children. I know your children are grown up, but they're your children for life.
Right.
For life. And
they are. And so my daughter lives with us. So, there's no problem with that. I don't see my son, and barely seen him over the past 6 months. So that I think is the worst of all of this. But other than that, do you know what? I've got everything I need right here. I've got it all. I've got a fantastic family, and though I don't see my son very often, we're in touch. And so I crave the texts from him. I'm always saying, I haven't heard from him again, and and it's always because he's busy with work, and I know that. And he's just started a new job, actually. So I respect that, his space, and I give him all the privacy he wants, but he knows that I crave his company as well. I think he knows that.
How difficult do they find it talking to you about it?
We don't really talk about the after. We just talk about the now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun together. We laugh a lot. And I think that is the one thing that's kept me sane right the way through. It's just the fact that we laugh, and we're constantly laughing. I think that's my way of coping with a lot of things anyway. It's just having a sense of humour that's a bit batty. And it's just...
I identify with that. We all need...
Yeah.
We all need the batty one in the room, Yeah,
that's me. So, I'm known among my cousins as being the ditzy one. So that's fine. I've accepted that. It's my fate. But with that, I think it comes with a lot of love and affection. So.
And do you find mutually batty women in the Trinny Tribe? Because I want to feel that we're drawn to one another.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. There's a couple of ladies. Maybe they should remain nameless, because otherwise I might be whacked over the head.
So name them. I mean, there's ladies who are,
All right, well, Louise is kind of somewhere, and she's sort of texting me while this is happening, I think. So we're just... She's been great. She's the ambassador for one of the Northern Territories. Sorry, everything north of Watford is north, so I don't really know where she is, but she's up there somewhere.
You're a southerner, aren't you?
I am. Sorry, I am. Yeah. So, yeah.
So I just want to tell you a little thing now that was a suggestion of some friends of yours in the Trinny Tribe, and usually we have various ways that we name products, but we've got a lip and cheek that we're going to bring out next year, and we're going to call it Sherin.
Wow. Thank you.
Well, we just,
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might buy out all your stock.
You might buy out all my stock. We'll send you a load of it. But
amazing. Thank you.
When I this gets very, when I pick up all our things, I think of these women, and they are all women I know really, really well. And I feel that in the very short moments that we are getting to know one another, I will pick up those pots and be mad about you.
I think that's great because you'll remember my ditziness, my battiness, all of
And
those things.
you're going to see me doing it, darling.
But, well, I'll know.
See me doing it. No, but you're going to see me doing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. And you know, I can't let this go without talking about my fantastic dogs as well. So, you know, they keep me sane as well. You know, these things are so important, so important. The community has lifted me up like you wouldn't believe. I just was blown away. Just, you know, just didn't expect it. All I did was post a picture of me with makeup applied not very well, especially the blusher. I don't know what was going on there.
Is that what happened?
Oh, it was really bad. Yeah. But anyway, I also happened to have a mosquito bite that day, so it didn't help. So there's a lot going on anyway. And suddenly these messages started pouring in, and I was like, well, okay. I mean, I was just expecting, you know, oh, nice makeup type thing, but this became so much more. So much more. And it's a well-known fact that online communities, especially now, online communities are an intrinsic part of any kind of therapy in chronic illness and in terminal illness. Oh, and this is another thing I must emphasize now. I've stopped saying terminal. I just say incurable. And this is something that I've decided over the past few days, actually. So when I sent you the letter, at that point, it was still terminal. But I've decided, okay, well, you know what? Yes, we know what's going to happen, but I'm just treating it as an illness for which there is no cure yet.
I like that. I think that's a lot of women will take that away today. It's a very different headspace. It's a very different mindset.
Yeah, you can switch, and this is why this makes me be able to see the humor in situations, in my own situation. You know, I think, you know, I still find myself, you know, I'll buy that dress, I'll do some weird stuff, I'll read that book, I will do it all because this is all we've got. This is it. There's no saving anything for best. This is our best. This is it right here.
This is a way of life, you know, incurable cancer or not, Sherin. This is a way of life of, you know, I was coming back today in the cab knowing I was going to chat to you this afternoon and feeling, you know, it's not all the time that we feel we are really living life in the moment.
That's right.
And that joy, whatever your personal situation of feeling you're living life in the moment, you're inhaling life. And as you say, you know, whatever might happen tomorrow, the more we can daily inhale our life, it's the most important lesson I think we can all learn.
It is the most important lesson. And this comes from a woman who has been a planner like you wouldn't believe. Like there was just no way I wouldn't know what I was doing in the next half hour, year, 10 years. I was just there. I had it all mapped out, written down, all of it. And do you know what? I've torn it all up. I've had to. But that's okay. I'm here, you know, I'm still doing things. I've got my makeup on. This is my stack
looking good too
today. Look at that stack.
The bloody tower, woman.
It's massive. And you know, okay, well the top one is Anna's, so that doesn't really count because that's just my lips going dry. But that is all the colour that I've put on. And I intend to keep going. I mean, you know, I take ages now in the bathroom, I have to say, because I have discovered skincare and makeup. And this is a woman that only knew how to cleanse and maybe moisturise, didn't know what a toner was. It was just that a few short months ago. And now I've just embraced it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to chuck it all over my face. There it is. And I like it that way. It's a ritual for me.
You're most alive.
It's a ritual. And I look forward to my rituals. They know at home, my family knows. So I'm going to go into that bathroom at night and I am going to massage my face to within an inch of its life, literally. And I've got all these gadgets, the things that you've recommended as well. So, okay, a Foreo is on its way. I've got a new face. I got that from my partner for my birthday.
Did you
So
get
all
the
these-
angel hayus, the hearts?
Sorry, what?
You know the angel hayus, that these.
Oh no, yes, I've got one of those.
Can I tell you, if you can indulge in two, there's something so rewardingly ritualistic about this movement, about this.
I have one, so I need to get another one, and then I can keep going.
It just, you know what it is? It's, I think one thing when you talk, Sherin, about this kind of going in the bath, doing that thing is days I rush around and I rush doing everything, I don't give myself my due, that there's something to be said for that.
And there's something missing at that point, isn't there?
There is, yeah. And just
Crave it.
In a way, COVID has made me be in one place more. So I take the time, I sit on the loo for ages, I drink the proper water, I'll sit here doing my makeup, I'll have a proper chat with a friend. I mean, it's weird how life brings on certain things we least expect on every level, on the levels you've talked about, on everything. I wanted to I know there will be people who would like to ask questions. I don't know if Paris or Nisha can get back in on the line because I can't see. I've just got a sort of frozen screen and I want to try and see how I can actually begin to see the comments. So I don't know if there's some. Yes, Paris. Here's Paris, who runs the Trinny Tribe, and I don't know if we can see Paris on the screen as well, but you can't see her, but we can hear her. So Paris, can you I'm sure there's many questions. I know there's lots of people commenting, Sherin, but yes.
I've got my glasses.
Oh, there we are. There's Paris, everybody. For those who've never seen Paris, here's Paris, our lovely leader of the Trinny Tribe community, our doer of all things, our bringing together, and she has a fantastic team who work with her too.
Yeah, so everyone is blown away, I think. Sherin, at your story, we have Trinny Tribe ambassadors, we have members, we have just followers of the brand saying, "This is so inspirational, Sherin. You are amazing and positive. I hope to continue your message on with the rest of my life. Sherin, you're an inspiration to us all. Sending you love, light, and happiness." Different people are saying, "Wow, wow, this Facebook Live is something else. So moving. Thank you for doing this, Sherin." Team members saying, "Hello, hello. They're so inspired by you today, Sherin," from Trinny London team members, which is amazing. And people just saying, so amazing to see the product that we're naming after Sherin as well, and what a great thing that we're doing, and her amazing reaction was so good as well. So I think there's no questions, but there are thousands of messages of support, which is really lovely to see, and I think it's a true representation of our Trinny Tribe community, Trinny. And
I just have to say, I just want to talk to Sherin, to that community, because it's a very unique thing. I think women attract like-minded women. And I think there's enough people out there who put women down, and to have this place where, it's a safe, we talked about this yesterday a bit, Sherin, but that safe place to share. And I know you have your support groups within, a cancer.
Yes.
Within them, but there's life support, and there's also support. Sometimes is not always I support you and I lift you up. It's just, let me take you out of your flat feeling today. That's a big amount of support that I think we can give one another as women. And when I see, women put down on Facebook, or I just see a negativity, which I would say we so rarely have, Paris, on the Trinny Tribes, that's what's so remarkable. So I just want to give a shout out to all the women who are members of the Trinny Tribe, and the ambassadors who, in a voluntary capacity, they help run local tribes. And we have over 33 tribes in 13 countries. And just that sense that whether you live in the UAE, or whether you live in Switzerland, or Sandy running the East Coast one in America, and every woman as well who's helping to, organize that tribe and grow that tribe, they're all really unique women, but they seem to have this one thing in common. Whenever I go around the world, Sherin, and I was in Australia in November, and we had this this Trinny Tribe get together, which I've had in Scotland and in Ireland, and I hope as we get around the world we'll have it. We had a very small one in New York as well last year. But this energy in the room, you know, that's what it's about. It's about thrusting and putting out there this fantastic energy, and I believe that's so powerful.
Yeah, and these communities that are forming, they are just so representative of the brand. This is what you have created, and this is what the ladies have engaged with. They've decided to own it.
Yeah.
This is what they've done, and that's why there's so much goodwill. I was blown away by all the messages that I've received, just the support. For instance, if I contrast this with Twitter, it's just such a negative space most of the time, and it's so aggressive. And this is just a place of calm, and even if it's not calm, it can be a bit manic sometimes, but it's always well-meaning. And that is so powerful, and it draws me in. So even if I don't comment or say anything, I mean, I do comment as well, obviously, but if I don't, all I do is just sit there and read people's stories, little things they've done. Oh, I put this on today to make myself feel better, and I say, right, I understand that, because this is what I do as well, you know. So,
and also those friendships, because I think I've got friends that I've had for years, and I think the energy I put into this business has made me not have so much time for those friends. And I know those friends are like, I spent many years really investing in those friendships, and I say that in the way I'm in it, just of, you know, being there for my friends, etc. So I've got time in lieu, as it were. You know, if I can pick up phone somebody in America, Yossi, who we named the foundation afterwards, you know, a year after, I'll say, I'll literally will start like that. But what I've got from the tribe is there's certain people who are there on every live, unbelievably supportive, and things, you know, that have touched me tremendously. There's, you know, ladies who know if they're watching, you know, I had sort of a few, I've had flat days, and I'll arrive in the office and there's a bunch of flowers, or somebody will send me something, or somebody will DM me and just say, I see you look sad today, you know, and I haven't said that, but they know me well enough, and that support is so powerful. For both of us, you know. Sherin, I know about, you know, you were talking to me yesterday about exercising, and you're looking at your mat at the end of the bed and saying, one day I'm
right there. It's right there. I have it right here. Right there.
But like, you know, every day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, apart from last Friday, apart from Wednesday, because I was so exhausted after Tuesday, you know, me and a few hundred women have been exercising together, and just, I only get out of bed because those women are going to be waiting.
They make you,
And I would not be where I'm at today without all of those women out there.
That's right. Yeah, I was saying to Paris earlier, what an explosive time it is at the moment for Trinny London. And, you know, we're witnessing it. That's so exciting. We're watching it. We're watching it grow and mushroom. It's massive.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah. And because we're sort of owning it, we feel equally responsible for it. It's just a different kind of bond, and I cannot explain it. I just can't explain it.
Sometimes.
So I have communities that I am very much part of, the health communities. And I'm very active on there as well, but that is more sort of, I don't know, it's more about dry facts. It's more about, well, this is what's hurting today, and this is, you know, and I've done this, and I've taken that tablet, and I've done this, but I don't have a sense of fun necessarily there. I do as well. We do have a couple of boards that are fun, but this place is just different. It's just different. It's about people just coming on and seeing the best in each other and wanting to see the best in each other. I've never had a negative comment, not once.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's, you know, what other places can give you that? Very few.
Very few.
And that's why it's so precious.
Every moment precious. Sherin, it's been so wonderful to talk to you today and get to know you.
Thank you so much, Trinny.
And I really want to thank you. I want to thank the ladies who wrote to us initially at the Trinny Tribe.
Jackie,
and for you talking today candidly with us, and for everyone out there watching.
It's been a pleasure, and can I just tell everyone how much I value them, because I know that there's going to be tough times ahead, but you're right there, so, you know, It can only get better.
We're right here.
Yep. My tribe.
Thank you, Sherin.
Bye-bye. Thanks.